Funny things, aren't they? Condoms. I mean, how did that word even come about? The rubber vulcanization process was invented by Charles Goodyear in 1839 and patented in 1844. The first rubber condom was produced in 1855, and by the late 1850s, several major rubber companies were mass producing, among other items, rubber condoms. Oh, the next bit's gross. They used to be made out of chemically treated linen. Ouch. Or animal skin. Well, that's not sexy, is it? I haven't had sex in 2 years. I know, amazing, right? I must be all dried up. It's not like I've been intentionally closed for business, it's just my habit. It's the way it is. Large. You look like a large too. They looked like they were having a nice time, didn't they? I mean, not that I was staring, it's just I'm here on my own, so don't be depressed for me. I actually like doing it, you know, sitting by myself. No, honestly, I do. I really enjoy just sitting back and watching the world go by. And as I get older, I worryingly like it more than actual company. Sometimes people piss me off. My friend Kate, she got pregnant the other week, even though she was on the pill. Just like that, she said, accident. Did you know that there is a 30% chance of getting pregnant during unprotected sex? The risk of getting pregnant during unprotected sex 3 days prior to ovulation is 15%, and there's a 12% risk on ovulation day. I just know that. My mom always talks to me about babies. Darling, you're nearly 40. I'm 34. You'd better start now. I mean, your eggs probably started decaying ages ago, and you don't want there to be something wrong with your child. I mean, they're hard enough work as it is. I mean, Mary has that baby, the disabled one, and I mean, she just looks tired all the time, and I mean, it's no life, it's no life. My mum will go on. I suppose that's what mums do. Are you on that, Tinder? Yeah, Siobhan was telling me all about Tinder. I don't need Tinder, Mum. Without the risk of sounding like a complete wanker, I just want to meet somebody organically, like in a bar. Oh, sweetheart. Sitting on your own in bars will get you anywhere. In fact, it just puts people off. She means well. Darling, now I know I'm ancient, but maybe a little bit of sex would cheer you up. I mean, you work so hard, you deserve it. I suppose she's right. My mum's very proud of me, you know. She always tells everyone, my daughter's a cardiothoracic surgeon, you know. She'll tell it to you until you deliver the right reaction. One of awe is most important. I suppose it does sound impressive, doesn't it? My mum never went to university, so she thinks I'm bloody Einstein. She says I've moved her up in the world. She's middle class now, so she shops at Marks and Spencer's, and she gets those biscuits, do you know the ones? I actually don't like them. But she has them out every time I'm round, like my job's changed who I am. But my mum, you see. Anyway. I suppose you do change, don't you? And it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not like you change overnight. It's more like a slow evolution of one's character. You travel, you study, you meet people, you become cultural, you drink coffee in artisan places, you moan about how the world's fucked, we're fucked. and you go off and have an existential crisis because that's the luxury that we can afford, and you get a job, you live your life, and soon you're 34. Fuck, I'm 34! Sometimes I think I'm never going to have children, and that's what depresses me about condoms. I just, I really don't like cock. Yeah, I'm a lesbian and I really love vagina, and I'd love to say to my mom, the reason I don't have a man is because I don't like them, and it's tricky being a gay surgeon, because it's not like I'm tripping over lesbians between the operating theatre and my locker, and it's hard. It's not easy being a gay, broody 34-year-old. I just wish I loved cock. Because then I could go out and I could fuck any guy in this place tonight, and I could be pregnant if I time it just right. If the percentages and statistics are on my side, like maybe just a few days before my period, because that's good fertilizing ground, and then I'd be pregnant. And I could go to antenatal classes with Kate, and I could eat whatever the fuck I want, because nobody would be able to tell what's fat and what's the baby, and everyone would be too polite to tell me anyway. Maybe I'll just get drunk and fuck a guy tonight. I mean, can't be that hard, can it? Just lie back and think of Ireland. Look, I know it's the 21st century, and I know my mum probably wouldn't mind that I'm gay, but I'm not sure I'm happy that I am. Because all I've ever wanted is children, and it would just be easier if I was straight, less complicated. And I just wish we didn't have to have some stranger's sperm injected into me or her. And anyway, she fucked some girl at our local bar, while I had some man's heart in my hands, repairing the dodgy valve he'd blown to smithereens of cocaine. 7 hours on the operating table, all because he liked to play in the snow. And he had children. Young children. I mean, you'd think some people would be a bit more responsible, don't you? But they don't see what they have. Like, it's right in front of their fucking face, and they don't know how good they've got it. Oh, sweetheart, don't swear. Cardiothoracic surgeons don't swear. Not the way she has to say it, though. Like the whole thing. Not just surgeon, cardiovascular surgeon. It's funny, isn't it? The way something can mean nothing to someone, and here's me getting all sad over a condom. I looked after this guy today. Can't tell you his name, obviously. Patient confidentiality, but his heart had an ejection fraction of 20%, and I mean, he looked like shit. He says to me, could I have my valve repaired and still be alive? And I told him, look, it's risky. It's been done, but also people have died. I've gotten really good at giving bad news. And that's terrible, isn't it? Sometimes it just comes out, and it's not till I'm here with my drink that I think, oh, that was a terrible day. Sometimes being a doctor is like an out-of-body experience. It's like when you're pumping on someone's chest, just wishing the consultant would call time on 40 minutes of chest compressions. Because let's face it, the man's dead, he'll be a vegetable. And these things just become part of your everyday life. Like seeing lives destroyed in a matter of minutes. In the slip of a word, in a sentence, you can completely and utterly change someone's life. I suppose that's what makes condoms so great, really, isn't it? I mean, well, they create life, don't they? I never really thought about it like that. I have, but you know what I mean? It's not all doom and gloom. This doesn't need to be a depressing emblem of what I'll never have. It's about the way you look at things, isn't it? Glass half full and all that. My patient, the guy with the low ejection fraction of 20%, 55% is normal, just so you know. Well, he says to me today, and this is the thing about dying people, to think they can tell you things like Yoda. He said to me, you're a good surgeon, but you're more than that. You're more than your job. Don't let life whiz on by. Grab on and take the ride. And I went and I sat in the toilet and I cried. Just cried. I cried for him. And I cried for me because I thought, if I was about to have surgery, who would be at my side? No partner, no kids, just my mum. And her heart's on the way out, the amount of sugars she has in her tea. Sometimes I sit and wonder where all these feelings come from. These chemicals that make me feel the way I do. I cut into the heart and I look at it there in the flesh and I think, but you're just a muscle. A pumping chamber. That's all you are. A mass of myocytes and sacromeres and electrical pulses and action potentials. So why do I so desperately want to feel? Feel something. Feel more. I just want to feel it in my heart that someone loves me. You know what my mum calls me to her friends? A career woman. Just feel guilty because sometimes I don't want to be her career woman. Apparently, some research shows that 30%, I probably made that up, a lot of doctors are depressed or sneaking fentanyl from the anaesthetic tray, and I don't blame them because this job is lonely. So many people love you for doing your job, but they're not in love with you. And when you go home to your cold room after a 16-hour day, to go to bed, to fall asleep, to wake up, you have no one to say to, hey, that was actually a really shitty day. Who do I deliver my bad news to? So yeah, I fucking hate condoms, and I hate cock, and I hate my job, and I told my mum today that I don't want to do my job anymore. It's taking over my life. It's all that I do, but it's actually not all who I am or who I could be. And I said to her, Mum, someday I want to be someone's mum. And she said, but you're gay, love. I know, Mum. And off she went. Well, Siobhan's friend Maureen, she's a lesbian, and they decided to start out. And I know if you told me earlier, sweetheart, but I wanted to give you time. But she's very pregnant now, very fat. I mean, is that what you want, sweetheart? And I say, well, Mum, I just want to be someone. And she says, you are? You're my baby. Mum, I want to have a baby. And she says, well, it's 2018, anything's possible. And she takes my face in her hands and she wipes away my tears and she looks like she might cry. And she says, you will, sweetheart. Because your heart's so big and so full. Today I went and I sat by her bed and I held her hand. See, she's got this tube down her throat into her stomach because the stroke she had means she can only have liquid foods. She can't talk and she's like a baby. Anyway, I was telling her about my day And she just looked at me. You know, she got this look in her eyes. And I know my mum. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Mum. You're right. Fuck it. Fuck it all. Fuck my job. Fuck worrying about babies and tomorrow, because I'm not even living for today. I'm just dragging myself to the end of each dreary, soddy, motherfucking day, and I'm saving lives while my own drowns under the weight of missed moments and missed expectations. So I went and I handed in my notice today. And my first thought was, I need to drink. And then I end up here crying over a condom. Well, not anymore.